My first video on Immunity Bio was 5 months ago on the 2nd of November 2023. I made my first entry at $1.34 and they're now priced at $7.35. I'm now up 548% from my initial investment. My rationale for investing is because part of my investment strategy involves aligning with and investing with highly skilled individuals who have a proven track record of success in the past. And Soon-Shiong fits this bill. He's this rare breed of being a highly skilled scientist, but has also demonstrated an entrepreneurial flair in the past as well. In 1986, at the age of 31, he undertook the first pancreatic transplant at UCLA, and he became a billionaire after selling two pharmaceutical companies, one called APP and the other one called Abraxis Bioscience. He sold APP to Fresenius Medical Care for $4.6 billion in 2008. And he later sold Abraxis Bioscience to Celgene for $2.9 billion in 2010. He has strong political ties and connections with highly influential people. He's met with Joe Biden in the past when Joe Biden was both vice president and more recently as president to discuss new and ambitious ways to help fight cancer. He's also advised or discussed with President Trump. I think it was at the period when Donald Trump was president-elect. And so these are kind of metrics that can't necessarily be found in the accounting of a company. Yet at the same time, it's very, very important in business to have solid relationships with people who can open up doors, introduce you to new people, and influence certain decisions as well. And so as well as pharmaceuticals, Soon-Shiong owns the Los Angeles Times, and he also has a 4.5 stake in the Los Angeles Lakers as well. And so right now, Immunity Bio are developing cancer treatments for ovarian cancer, lung cancer, pancreatic cancer, and leukemia as well. And you'll see all of the treatments up on the pipeline page of the website, which you can see right now. And so what's really worth noting is that this is a company in development. So all of these treatments up on your screen that you can see, they have not yet been approved. And so this serves as an indication of the future products that they are going to develop or that are in development at the moment. Yes, you could say that there may be a risk that some of these may not be approved. At the same time, it's worth noting and looking at Soon-Shiong for who he is. You know, he has this proven track record. He has contacts and has relationships with highly influential people who can help him, which is where the competitive edge comes in compared to other companies that are in clinical or preclinical stage. And so their bladder cancer treatment was approved on the 23rd of April, which caused the share price to spike massively. And so this is kind of almost where the opportunity is with Immunity Bio, is that this is a company that is still in development. You know, they don't have a full suite or a full range of products yet. And so their moat or unique service proposition is being built in real time right now. And on top of that, they're being led by a medical researcher, a transplant surgeon, a businessman who has a proven track record. You know, he sold APP to Fresenius Medical Care for $4.6 billion in 2008, and then again in 2010 when he sold Abraxis Bioscience to Celgene for $2.9 billion. You know, the key thing to note is that Soon-Shiong has used this money to self-finance Immunity Bio. He holds a huge stake in the region of 68% of this company. And so a lot of the decisions that he makes as a shareholder is to maintain the value of the share. He's going to make decisions that are interest for other shareholders. And it's these kind of metrics that I look at when I'm kind of studying companies. You know, are they self-funded? How much inside ownership do they hold? You know, and it comes back to this thing of aligning with individuals first, because fundamentally it's the leader, the individual, the person at the helm, whether it's Elon Musk at Tesla, Warren Buffett at Berkshire Hathaway, Soon-Shiong at Immunity Bio. These are the guys that are going to develop the culture, that are going to bring in the ethos, that are going to help define and develop the USP of the company or the moat of the company as well. And so when I'm investing or I'm aligning with that said individual, and that individual yields a lot of power, a lot of influence in that company. They have high inside ownership. They will be funding with their own capital, which means they're going to be a lot more careful, a lot more astute, a lot more entrepreneurial in the way in which they deploy that cash as well. And so the way I'm looking at this is like a buy and a long-term hold. You know, I've already put money in. My personal opinion is the value of the share right now is overpriced. You know, I will not be making an entry at the current price of like over $7. It's just spiked very highly, very recently. I expect it's going to drop down. And again, I'm looking at this with a long-term vision. When the price is right, I'm going to continue trickling money in over the long term. Because again, these kind of opportunities, I see them as very rare. Patrick Soon-Shiong is a very rare individual, and there is still opportunity with this. I anticipate there'll be future problems, and again, it's at that time that I will be making entries into this, because over the longer term, I mentioned the pipeline. As this pipeline builds out and they develop a full suite of treatments, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 treatments in their portfolio, this is when they become, if you like, a fully fledged pharma company. This is when people are going to start coming into this company, and this is where I almost see that the price is going to hit an all-time high, is once they become this fully fledged pharmaceutical company with this full suite of tools. And it's probably in and around that time that I will be making my exit. And so typically my exit strategy is like one of two ways, right? It's either I exit when the entrepreneur, the person who's leading the company, leaves, because again, like I said at the very beginning of this video, like part of my investment strategy is to align with individuals. I'm investing with an individual primarily, and then secondary with the company. And so if that individual decides to sell their stake, I sell my stake as well. Or again, the other option maybe is like evaluating the company that has acquired the company that I've invested in. And so on one hand, it might be that I exit when Patrick Soon-Shiong exits. At the same time, it may be that I exit when they develop a full suite of tools, because I feel like once they've developed that full suite of tools, or the full suite of treatments, that's when the price is almost like locked in at its peak. It's an established company. And part of my investment strategy is obviously to be looking at micro caps, small cap stocks where there is a bigger opportunity for growth over the long term. So look, thanks for watching. Have a great day and all the best. Take care.